Good evening, East Alabama. Welcome into the locker room on this Thursday afternoon. My name's Namath Pitts. Go ahead and hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the locker room. We're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Also, our East Alabama Now news is tonight at 6:30 p.m. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards have your local news. John Holder has your local weather, and Jordan Smith has your local sports. It is Thursday, which means the Alabama Sports Writers Association's rankings for this week were released yesterday. So today we're going to take a look at week 2 of the ASWA rankings and break those down, Class 7A all the way to Class 1A. We're going to start our segment, though, talking Class 7A. But before we do, I want to remind you that we do have our EAN School Spirit Competition going on right now. There's a couple schools entered in that. If you're one of those school community members, you can go on there, hit the like and follow button, and you can comment, like, share, and that'll help you be a part of that and helping your team, or your school, I should say, get a little bump in the school spirit competition. If your school's not in, you can submit a video, and that would be an easy way to get them in that so that you can start trying to catch up if you're already behind. All right, let's take a look at the ASWA sports rankings for this week, and let's take a look at Class 7A. At Class 7A, Mary Montgomery is at number 10. Hoover is at number 9. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa is at 8. Carver Montgomery is at 7. Dothan is at 6. Carver Montgomery 7. Hewitt-Trussville 6. Dothan is 5, Auburn is 4, Thompson is 3, Enterprise is 2, and Central Phoenix City is 1. Central Phoenix City is 2-0 on the season. Last week they defeated Lutheran North Missouri 30-12. Central Phoenix City will hit the road this week. They will head to face Smith Station. For Enterprise, coached by Ben Blackman, their team is 2-0 on the season. They defeated Pike Road 24-6 last week. They will also hit the road this week as they will travel to Dothan. For Thompson, they're in the north. Thompson's 1-1 on the season. Got their first win of the season last week over Lipscomb Academy, Tennessee, 27-21. This week, Thompson will be on the road as they travel to Tuscaloosa County. The Auburn Tigers, coached by Keith Etheridge, defeated Vestavia Hills 52-17 last week. This week, Auburn hits the road. Or no, they don't. Pardon me. They'll be at home this week. Auburn will be at home where they will face Opelika. Dothan, we talked about them a second ago. Dothan is 2-0 on the season. They defeated Monroe, Georgia 49-21 last week, and they will face Enterprise, and that game will be at home for Dothan. Hewitt-Trussville is 2-0. Last week they defeated Gaston City 42-14. This week Hewitt-Trussville will hit the road, though, as they will head to Vestavia Hills for a region game. Also at number 7 is Carver Montgomery. Carver Montgomery is 2-0 on the season. They defeated Percy Julian last week 44-12. This week, Carver Montgomery will hit the road for a region game, where they will play JAG this week. So Carver Montgomery is headed to JAG. Also, Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa off to a good start, moving up from 6A to 7A. They defeated Sparkman last week, 31-10, and Hillcrest Tuscaloosa will open region play at home this week, where they will host the number 9 team, Hoover. The Bucks are 1-1. They fell last week to Spain Park, 39-37, and again, they're on the road this week, where they will be a number 8 versus number 9 as Hillcrest Tuscaloosa goes to Hoover, just like Dothan and Enterprise is number 5 versus number 2. And the final team in the Class 7A rankings this week is Mary Montgomery. Mary Montgomery is 1-1. They defeated Gulf Shores last week 21-17. They will be at home this week where they will host Daphne. That will be a Region 1 game. Daphne is 2-0 on the season. Let's move to Class 6A and take a look at 6A. Number 10 is Gulf Shores. Number 9 is Homewood. Number 8 is Mountain Brook. Number 7 is Gadsden City. Number 6 is Muscle Shoals. Number 5 is Oxford. Number 4 is Spain Park. Number 3 is Clay Chalkville. Number 2 is Parker. And number 1 is Saraland. Here's my issue with the ASWA rankings. They got this wrong. Gadsden City and Muscle Shoals played 1 week ago, and 2 weeks ago, and Gadsden City beat Muscle Shoals. Explain to me how both teams are 1-1 on the season, and Muscle Shoals is ranked higher than Gadsden City. It makes zero sense. Gadsden City defeated Muscle Shoals head-to-head, so that don't make any sense at all. But let's take a look at Class 6A. Let's start with Gulf Shores. Gulf Shores is 0-2 on the year. That's right. They fell in the first week. They fell last week to Mary Montgomery 21-17, like we just mentioned. And they got a really tough area game this week. Gulf Shores is at home this week, where they will host the number 1 team in Class 6A, Saraland. That is a 6A Area 1 game. The next team we're going to talk about is Homewood in Region 5. They're 2-0 on the season, defeated Briarwood 28-7 a week ago. They will open up region play this week on the road as Homewood will travel to Mortimer, Jordan. Number 8 is Mountain Brook this week in Region 6. Mountain Brook is 1-1. They fell to Parker last week 30-16. They will travel this week where they will face Hueytown, and that is a non-region game for Mountain Brook as they travel to Hueytown this week. They come in at number 8. Number 7 is Gadsden City. Gadsden City's in Region 8. They fell to Hewitt-Trussville 42-14 last week. They will open up region play on the road this week. Gadsden City will travel to Buckhorn. Muscle Shoals is 1-1. They defeated Florence last week 31-13. Muscle Shoals will be on the road this week, opening up region play at Columbia. So they will travel to Columbia this week. Number 5 is the Oxford Yellow Jackets. They defeated Moody last week to go 2-0 on the season. It was a 24-21 game for Oxford. They open up region play at Shades Valley. So Oxford will hit the road this week to face the Mounties. That game will be at Shades Valley. Number 4 is Spain Park. Had that big win over Hoover. We talked about it earlier. So for Spain Park, dropping from 7A down to 6A. They're 2-0 now, defeated Hoover 39-37. They're off this week. Spain Park's got a bye week, so they will not be playing. Clay Chalkville is next. They're at number 3 in the rankings in 6A. Clay Chalkville's 2-0. Defeated Ramsey last week 62-7. Talk about a statement for the Cougars. They hit the road to Pell City this week. Pell City coming off a loss to Class 2A Coosa Christian. So Pell City, you got to follow up by playing Clay Chalkville. That game is at Pell City. That is this week. Number 2 is Parker. Parker's sitting at number 2, and Parker last week, we kind of mentioned it a minute ago, but Parker defeated Mountain Brook last week. They moved to 2-0 on the season. It was a 30-16 win over Mountain Brook for Parker, and this week Parker will hit the road as they will travel to Gardendale. And the number 1 team in Class 6A is Saraland. Of course, they are 2-0. They defeated Blunt 59-6 last week, and they will hit the road to face Gulf Shores this week, and that game will be at Gulf Shores for Saraland. All right, so that is Class 7A and Class 6A for Week 2 of the ASWA rankings. When we come back, we're going to cover 5A and 4A, so don't go away. We continue on this Thursday afternoon. You're watching The Locker Room.
We live in a world that moves quickly, and while we are able to connect faster than ever through technology, maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ, a place to use the gifts and talents God has given you, a place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
We are back on The Locker Room on this Thursday afternoon. My name is Namath Pitts. We are talking the Alabama Sports Writers Association's Week 2 rankings of the season. I normally tell you in the first and last segment, but I'm going to tell you every segment today. Hit that like and follow button, guys. I don't know how many times I have to tell you to just hit that like and follow button. It's that simple. You don't miss anything for The Locker Room. You don't miss anything for East Alabama Now. We're going to have some highlights tomorrow of Piedmont and Ohatchee volleyball, which is taking place tonight. So we're looking forward to that. And we'll get back in our highlights presented by, of course, the Joey Cruz team with Keller Williams Realty Group. But we got our school spirit competition going on our page. All you got to do is hit the like button on the post, make a comment, share it, follow us, let other people know about the school spirit competition so they can help their school, or submit a video if their school is not yet in the school spirit competition. So we do have that going on our East Alabama Now page. So guys, I can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate you and everything you as followers do for East Alabama Now. And remember, you can send us highlights at our East Alabama Now Facebook page, or you can send us an email at eansports23@gmail.com. All right, let's go back to the rankings and take a look at Class 5A. In Class 5A, Headland is number 10, Ramsey is number 9, Moody is number 8, Viger is number 7, Scottsboro is number 6, Fairview is number 5, Leeds is number 4, Central Clay is number 3, Montgomery Catholic is 2, and Gunnersville is 1. Let's start with the number 1 team in Class 5A right now, which is Gunnersville. They're 2-0 on the season. Did defeat Fort Payne last week, 23-19. Gunnersville in Region A will open region play at home this week, where they will host Brewer. So Brewer will make the trip this week to Gunnersville, who is number 1. Number 2 is Montgomery Catholic. The Knights are number 2. Montgomery Catholic's 2-0. They defeated St. Clair County 51-14. Montgomery Catholic was supposed to play tonight at Eufaula, but that game has been changed to Saturday due to some violence at Eufaula. So that game will still take place this week, but it'll be at Eufaula this Saturday instead of tonight like originally planned. But Montgomery Catholic 2-0 on the season. Number 3 is Central Clay County. They defeated Benjamin Russell last week 35-28. Central Clay County will open region play in Region 4 this week at home, where they will host Valley. So Valley is coming off a win over Smith Station, and they will be on the road at Central Clay County this week. The Vols are at home. Number 4 is the Green Wave of Leeds. They are 2-0, defeated Shades Valley last week 28-19. Leeds will open Region 6 play this week on the road at Springville. They will make the trip to Springville this week, which will be a very interesting region game for Leeds. Number 5 is Fairview. They're 1-0 on the season, had their first game last year. They defeated Springville 41-17. And Fairview is at home this week, opening up region play in Region 7. They will host West Point. West Point is currently 0-2 on the season. Next up is Scottsboro out of Region 8. Scottsboro is 2-0 on the season. They defeated North Jackson 14-6 last season. They open up region play in Region 8 at home this week, where they'll face Boaz. Boaz is also 2-0. Boaz defeated Albertville last week 56-7. So Boaz and Scottsboro, that game will be at Scottsboro. Number 7 is the Wolves of Viger. Viger, the Wolves down south, are coming in right here. And Viger so far on the season, pretty impressive start for Viger, considering they had a coaching change, of course, late in the season. So kind of shook things up for Viger last minute. But the Wolves come in right here. Again, you look at Viger at number 7. Really good team, by the way, Viger is. And we definitely need to keep an eye on Viger in Region 1. They're 2-0. Of course, they defeated Tuscaloosa County pretty dominant fashion, 36-7 last week. They open up Region 1 play at LaFleur this week. 8 is Moody. Moody, the Blue Devils at 8. They fell to Oxford last week, and that game was 24-21. Heartbreaker for Moody. They're 0-2 on the season. They open up Region 6 play at home this week, where they will host the Golden Eagles of Jacksonville. Jacksonville is 2-0. Clint Smith's team travels to Moody this week. Ramsey is coming off a pretty rough loss. They're 0-2 now on the season. They lost to Clay Chalkville 62-7. And the team I had in the Super 7 is 0-2, and they open up region play this week on the road at Briarwood. So Ramsey will open up Region 5 play on the road at Briarwood. And the final team is Headland. Headland comes in right here at number 10, just finishing out these top 10 rankings. They are 2-0 on the season, defeated Abbeville 41-22 last week. And they will open up Region 2 play at home this week, where they will host Andalusia. Let's move to Class 4A. Booker T. Washington's at number 10. Anniston is number 9. St. Michael Catholic is 8. Hanley is 7. Mobile Christian is 6. West Morgan is 5. Bibb County is 4. Cherokee County is 3. Pleasant Grove is 2. And Jackson, the Aggies, are number 1. Coming in at number 10 this week in Class 4A was Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington in Region 3. They're 1-0, defeated Eufaula 18-10 last week. Booker T's got the week off, though. They will not play this week. The Anniston Bulldogs are in Region number 6. They fell last week to Beauregard. They lost that one 8-6. So Anniston will be traveling this week, be opening up region play this week. Tough loss, they're off. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm mixed up. Anniston last week fell to Beauregard, but they're still in the rankings at number 9. Number 8 is St. Michael. St. Michael, coached by Philip Rivers. They, I think a lot of people think they're going to be really, really good this year. They're 2-0, defeated Bayside Academy 31-10. They will host John Carroll this week. That will be a non-region game for St. Michael. Number 7 is the Hanley Tigers. Hanley's in Region 3. They're 1-1. They lost to Central Clay County, of course, 2 weeks ago. Did get a win last week over Dadeville, so that moved Coach Strange's team to 1-1 on the season. Number 6 is Mobile Christian. The Leopards come in at number 6. They were a state champ a year ago in 3A, moving up to 4A. Mobile Christian looking to continue to get in the winning ways. Number 5 is West Morgan. This is a team that pushed Cherokee County to the limit last year in the playoffs. They're 2-0, defeated Randolph 31-0 last week. They will open up Region 7 play at home this week. They will host Brooks. And again, that game will be at West Morgan. Number 4 is Bibb County, the Choctaws. They defeated Chilton County 29-21. And there's not a bigger game, I think, non-region wise for Bibb County than them and Gordo. That's going to be a huge game between those two teams this week. Number 3 is Cherokee County. Cherokee County getting some unfortunate news, losing their quarterback for the season. They, of course, did get in the win column last week over Arab, so Cherokee County will start region play. Number 2 is Pleasant Grove. Coach Daryl LeBeau's team, of course, dropping down a classification this season. Pleasant Grove is going to continue to spark up the rankings. And the number 1 is the Aggies of Jackson. Of course, Jackson dropped their opening game to Saraland. Got a win over Demopolis last week, though, and the Aggies stay at number 1 in Class 4A. All right, so that's our 5A and 4A rankings. When we come back, we're going to talk 3A, 2A, and 1A. So don't go away. We continue on the Locker Room.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
We continue on the Locker Room on this Thursday afternoon, talking ASWA football rankings for Week 2. I told you I was going to remind you every segment. That's right. One more time, I'm going to drill it in your head to hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the Locker Room. Again, we're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Also, our East Alabama Now news is tonight at 6:30 p.m. George Smith has your sports, John Holder has your weather, and Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards have your local news. So don't miss East Alabama Now news tonight at 6:30 p.m. All right, we got 3 classifications this segment, so let's get right into the action with Class 3A. Glenwood comes in the rankings at number 10. Trinity is at number 9. Houston Academy is 8. Thomasville is 7. Geraldine is 6. The Piedmont Bulldogs are 5. Fife Red Devils are 4. Mars Hill Bible and Gordo both tied for 2. And number 1 is T.R. Miller. T.R. Miller's 2-0 on the season, defeated Strong last week 40-7. They're at home this week in Region 1 play against Monroe County. Gordo and Mars Hill Bible both tied for 2. Gordo is 2-0. They actually defeated Bibb County. I was talking about how that was going to be a great game earlier. It was a great game. Gordo got the win 36-35 over Bibb County. Gordo will play Hansville this week to open up Region 5 play. The other team we talked about, Mars Hill Bible, also 2-0, defeated Russellville last week 28-14. They open up Region 7 play at Colbert County this week. Number 4 is the Red Devils of Fife. They're 0-1. They lost to Pisgah in their opening game. Did get a win, though. They're going to open up, looking for a win, though, in Region 8 play, where they're going to go against Collinsville. And a lot of people saying keep an eye on Collinsville this year. They got a win over Cedar Bluff 42-0 last week. Fife and Collinsville meet in Region 8 play. Piedmont Bulldogs are number 5. They're 2-0, defeated Sachs 34-13. They have a big region game this week against Ohatchee. That game is at the Field of Champions at Piedmont in Region 6 play. Number 6 is Geraldine. Geraldine comes in at number 6. Geraldine is in course Region 8. 1-0. They didn't play last week, but they got Asbury this week at home. Thomasville is at number 7. Thomasville plays in region number 3, number 3. And Thomasville's 2-0, defeated Sweetwater 48-6. They get Southside Selma at home to open Region 3 play this week for Thomasville. Number 8 is Houston Academy. Houston Academy is 2-0. They defeated Pike County 31-7 a week ago. They travel this week to open up region play in Region 2 as they head to Montgomery Academy. And then number 9 is Trinity. Trinity dropped to classification. They're in Region 2 as well. They're 1-1. Lost to Reeltown 20-3 a week ago. They will head to Prattville Christian this week to face Prattville Christian. And then the final team coming in the rankings out of Region 4 is Glenwood School. They defeated Elba 49-22. And Glenwood School will travel this week to Sylacauga to face Coach Adam Fawcett and the B.B. Comer Tigers. In Class 2A, number 10 is Goshen. Number 9 is Sulligent. Number 8 is Decatur Heritage. 7 is Reeltown. 6 is Vincent. 5 is Coosa Christian. 4 is Cottonwood. 3 is Tuscaloosa Academy. 2 is Highland Home. And number 1 is Pisgah. Now, everybody knows Pisgah finally defeat. It's like Georgia and Alabama. They just couldn't. Georgia couldn't get past Alabama. Fife couldn't get past, or Pisgah couldn't get past Fife. Well, last week Pisgah finally got past Fife. They defeated them 30-22. They open up Region 7 play on the road at Section this week. Highland Home is number 2, really good team. In Region 3 down south, they defeated Charles Henderson 24-0. They open up Region 3 play this week at Barber County. Number 3 is Tuscaloosa Academy, former AISA school, which is now in the AHSA. They're 2-0, defeated Pickens County guys 46-0. That's pretty impressive. That's dominant, actually. They host Aliceville this week to open up Region 5 play. Number 4 is Cottonwood. Cottonwood is a team that, of course, plays in the South. Cottonwood's in Region 2. They're 2-0, defeated Ashford 54-6 last week. They will open up Region 2 play at home this week against Providence Christian. Coosa Christian, the Conquerors, went on the road. Class 2A team because of competitive balancing. Really a 1A school. They defeated a 6A program, Pell City, 17-7. Coosa Christian defeated Pell City 17-7. They open up Region 6 play at home this week where they will host the Mustangs of Southeastern. Number 6 is Vincent. How about Vincent right here? They had a big win over BB Comer 21-18 a week ago. They are now 2-0 on the season. Vincent has the week off. Number 7 is Reeltown. They're 1-1, defeated Trinity 20-3 a week ago. They will be at home in Region 4 play this week as they host Horseshoe Bend. Number 8 is Decatur Heritage. They also moved up from 1A to 2A. Decatur Heritage lost to Addison 36-20 last week. They are 1-1 on the year. They open up Region 8 play at home this week where they will host Lexington. Number 9 is Solent. Solent comes in at number 9 in this week's rankings. Solent is going to try to continue to start off with a pretty good season. I think Solent thinks they have some good veteran leadership this year, and they're a team to keep an eye on. So we'll see how they end up doing as the season progresses, but that is a team that I'm keeping an eye on. They lost to Winfield last week, 26-8, but still a good team. They'll host Isabella to open up Region 5 play this week. And then the last team, of course, is, I always mispronounce it if it's Goshen or Goshen, either way, but regardless of how you pronounce it, they're 1-0, defeated Alabama Christian 40-7. They're on the road at Zion Chapel this week. And then the final classification today is Class 1A. Florala is number 10. Georgiana is number 9. Number 8 is Spring Garden. 7 is Maplesville. 6 is Sweetwater. 5 is Hackleburg. 4 is Brantley. 3 is Elba. 2 is Leroy. And number 1 is Wadley. I'm high on Wadley this year. But let's start at number 10 with, of course, Florala. They play in Region 2, defeated Daleville 30-14. They played Georgiana, so it's 10 versus 9 this week to open up region play in Region 2. Georgiana is 1-1. They won last week, so those two teams will play this week. It'll be number 10 versus 9 in Class 1A. Spring Garden, the Panthers are at number 8. They defeated Pleasant Valley 34-12. Barrett Ragsdale's team is 2-0, and they will go on the road to Raglan this week to face the Purple Devils. Number 7 is Maplesville. Talk about traditionally good program. You got to talk about Maplesville. They're 1-0, defeated Isabella 42-19. They will go to Elwood Christian this week, who is 0-2, and that'll be a region game, of course, for Maplesville and Elwood in Region 4. Sweetwater is number 6. Sweetwater last week had a bit of a rough time against Thomasville. Actually, they got dominated. It's 48-6 Thomasville. But Sweetwater will open up Region 1 play against Milry this week. That game will be at home for Sweetwater. They will host Milry. Hackleburg is at number 5. Hackleburg, by the way, another pretty good start to the season for Hackleburg. It seems like something they've kind of been able to do. We talk about Hackleburg, though, in Region 7, defeating Lynn last week, who was ranked last week 33-13. They get Meek this week in Region 7 play. I like Hackleburg in that one. Number 4, Brantley, another traditionally good Class 1A team. Brantley last week defeated Laverne 40-24. They open up Region 2 play against Pleasant Home. That game will be at Brantley this week. Number 3 is Elba. Elba fell last week. Alvin Henderson committed to play for Auburn. They lost to Glenwood School 49-22. They open up Region 2 play against McKenzie, and that game is at Elba. Number 2 is Leroy. The Bears out of Region 1. They defeated Clark County 13-7. They got McIntosh this week. That game is at Leroy. It'll be a home game for the Bears. And number 1, finally in Class 1A, is Wadley. They defeated Horseshoe Bend 62-15. They hit the road for Region 6, Region 6 play, where they will travel to Fayetteville this week. So Wadley is on the road going to Fayetteville. All right, that is our rankings for 7A, 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A. That's going to conclude it for us today. Hope you'll come back tomorrow. We'll have highlights of Piedmont Volleyball versus Ohatchee Volleyball. So make sure to check us out tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Other than that, my name's Namath Pitts, and thank you for watching The Locker Room.